Welcome back to Reading with Leon. Leon and I are going to read The Incredibles. Woo! And sadly, these buttons don't work either. I don't know what's going on with these. And it's adapted by Steve Heinrich and illustrated by the Disney storybook artist. Nope. Let go, please, honey. Thank you. Mr. Incredible, an old lady yells, pointing to a tree. My cat Squeaker won't come down. The hero, Mr. Incredible, pulls the tree out of the ground, and shakes the cat to safety. Then he hears the sirens of a police car, or a police chase, Mr. Incredible swings the tree and slams it into the passing car of some dangerous escaping criminal. The tree smashes the car and the criminals are caught. Once again, Mr. Incredible has saved the day. In his car, Mr. Incredible finds a boy wearing a costume. I'm Incrediboy, the kid says. It is Buddy, Mr. Incredible's biggest fan, who just won't leave him alone. Mr. Incredible works alone, so he ejects Buddy from the car. That's not very nice. Oh, it's in his car, so Buddy came in his car. I get it now. Then Mr. Incredible goes after a perch snatcher, only to find fellow super Elastigirl beating him to the punch. His super buddy Frozone also shows up. Suddenly, Mr. Incredible sees a man falling from a building. He leaps to catch him, and they crash through a window. Crash! Here he is, saving the person falling. Mr. Incredible and the falling man land in the middle of a bank robbery. Monsieur Incredible, cries the surprised villain. Bon voyage and Incrediboy, yells Buddy, who's showed up again. Buddy tries to show Mr. Incredible the rocket boots he invented. Bon voyage quietly catches a bomb to Buddy's cape. Mr. Incredible knocks the bomb from Buddy's cape, but it falls to the train tracks below and explodes. Even though Mr. Incredible saves the train, he is blamed for the accident and for hurting the falling man. Soon all the supers are blamed for many things, and they go undercover, never to use their powers again. Oh no. 15 years later, the supers are all in hiding. Mr. Incredible is now an insurance adjuster named Bob. He lives with his wife, Elastigirl, who is now known as Helen. They have 3 children. Violet, the oldest, can become invisible and generate force fields. Dash, the middle child, has super speed. Zoom, zoom. Jack is the baby, and he has not shown any superpowers. But even though they have powers, they cannot use them. No one is allowed to know that they are a family of heroes. They try to live a normal life, but normal things like eating dinner can turn into a super mess. While Bob loves his family very much, he misses his superhero days. One day, after losing his job, Bob finds a strange video screen in his briefcase. Hello, Mr. Incredible, says the woman on the screen. Rest assured, your secret is safe with us. Bob listens anxiously as the woman continues. I represent a top secret division of the government. We have need of your unique abilities. A highly experimental prototype robot has escaped our control. Bob is overjoyed to be asked to use his powers, but he can't let Helen know. She wants their normal life to stay that way. Time for dinner, yells Helen from upstairs. This message will self-destruct, says the voice on the screen. Then, Bob is Mr. Incredible once again. Telling Helen he's going on a business trip, he sneaks off on a secret mission. He meets Mirage, the woman from the video, and they fly to a secluded island. Mr. Incredible faces the bot, Omni Omni-Droid and easily defeats it. Bob returns home much happier. He takes his super suit to his old friend, the designer Edna Mode. She fixes his old suit and makes him a new one. Soon he gets another call. He flies to the island and faces the Omni-Droid once again. But it is a new, improved Omni-Droid. It has learned how to conquer Mr. Incredible. Mr. Incredible is captured and a strange man appears. Mr. Incredible thinks he looks familiar. Buddy, says Mr. Incredible. My name's not Buddy, says the man. Mr. Incredible realizes that it is Buddy, all grown up. He is now an evil villain who calls himself Syndrome. Dun, dun, dun! Back home, Helen finds Bob's old supersuit and notices that a hole has been fixed. She goes to visit Edna. Edna gives Helen some new supersuits she has designed for the family. Each family member's suit has a homing device. Helen wonders if Bob really is on a business trip, so she uses the homing device to locate him. Helen packs her Elastigirl suit, borrows a jet from a friend, and sets off to find Bob. She radios the island, but no one answers. Suspicious, Helen goes to put on her supersuit. She finds Violet and Dash. What are they doing? They sneaked on board. A warning suddenly sounds. Beep, beep, ah, ah. Rockets are headed for the jet. Violet, I need you to throw a force field around the plane, yells Helen. But Violet is too nervous. She's never done a force field that big before, and she hesitates. Without a moment to spare, Helen stretches over the kids to protect them as the rocket slams into the jet and explodes. Poor Violet, it can be very nerve-wracking. When they awake from the explosion, they find themselves falling through the sky. Helen had used her Elastigirl powers to stretch her arms, catch the kids, and form a parachute to help them slow down. They crash into the water. Splash! Elastigirl forms herself into a raft. Violet climbs on as Dash, with his swift and powerful legs, kicks them all ashore. Elastigirl leaves the kids in a cave and goes to rescue Mr. Incredible. While she is gone, the kids escaped a fireball, only to be spotted by a mechanical bird that sounds an alarm across the island. Guards riding velocipods chase the kids through the jungle. Violet makes herself invisible and punches a guard. Dash uses his super speed and runs for his life. Violet doesn't look very happy in this picture. Soon their parents arrive. Elastigirl had rescued Mr. Incredible. Yay! Together they fight the guards. As they're about to win, Syndrome appears and uses his amoeba rays to suspend the family in the air. Now Syndrome can enact his plan, release the Omni-Droid on the city so that he may arrive and defeat it, making himself look like a super. That's a very nasty plan. When Syndrome leaves, Violet uses her first force field to roll out of Syndrome's rays. She helps her family and they head back to the city to stop Syndrome and Omni-Droid. Syndrome's plan has gone all wrong. He created the Omni-Droid to be smart. So smart that it knocked out Syndrome, its creator. The Incredibles arrive, and with the help of Frozone, they defeat the evil Omni-Droid. The crowd cheers, and the supers are loved again. And when they get home, Syndrome is waiting with Jack. As Syndrome flies away with the baby, Jack suddenly turns into a monster. Jack Jack has superpowers. Syndrome drops him. Elastigirl stretches and catches Jack Jack. Mr. Incredible throws a car at Syndrome. Syndrome falls towards his plane engines and it explodes. Syndrome is defeated and the Incredibles return to their normal life, where they live happily and heroically after. Is there any more?